Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. How are you, dear student? I hope you are doing good, fine, and great. Okay, dear student, today we are going to study the most important and very useful equation of motion, which are much more, which are very important for the one dimension, two dimension, and also in for the another chapter of physics. So first, we will know directly. We will say what are these, like how can we say. The first one is Vf is equal to Vi plus At. The second one is delta x Vit plus 1 by 2 At square. The third one is 2a delta x Vf square minus Vi square. Now on the second page we will see that what is Vf, what is Vi, what is A, what is T, and so on. And also we will prove this equation one by one, that how from where did or from where we find this formula, and this formula, or how we discovered or prove this formula. We will discuss one by one. Okay, go to the next page. Now here again I mention here, like what is Vf, what is Vi, what is A, and what is T. Vf here mean final velocity. Sometime in book and internet they just put the V, so this is also denote the final velocity. Vi mean initial velocity, or in some books and sometime through on the internet when you visit on the physics any website, so initial velocity is also denoted by V naught. Time t. Delta x denote the displacement, or which is used for the displacement, and sometime delta x denote s and d. And the last one is acceleration. So Vf mean final velocity again, Vi mean initial velocity, A mean acceleration, T mean time, delta x mean displacement. So now we are going to prove one by one that how this equation come, or how can we prove this one. The first equation of motion, Vf is equal to Vi plus At. Now we know that acceleration is equal to delta V, mean change in velocity, divided by time. So also we know that this delta is equal to Vf minus Vi divided by time into acceleration. So now multiplied both sides with the help of t, so this t will be cancelled. So here is At is equal to Vf minus Vi. Now if we turn this Vi to this side, so here remain the Vf At, so this minus will be plus Vi, or simple we can say Vf is equal to Vi plus At. So now this is the first equation of motion. So, and this is the proof. Okay, now let's go to the second equation of motion. How can we prove the second equation of motion? The second equation of motion is delta x Vit plus half At square. First we know that like average velocity we can write delta x divided by t. Now also we can write here multiplied both sides with t, so this will be cancelled. So delta x is equal to VAV, mean average velocity, into time. Now normally if we want to find the average of something, like let's suppose if you want to find the average of your subject, if you have 5 subject and you want to find the marks of average marks of your subject. So for example, you have a 5 subject, science plus maths plus English and so on, then you divide by 3. So normally we have two velocity, Vi plus Vf. Like these two velocity, if we want to find the average of these two velocities, so we can write here VAV is equal to Vi plus Vf. So how many velocity we have? 2, initial and final, divide by 2. So here I can use this formula instead of this average velocity. So now delta x will be equal to, instead of VAV or average velocity, I will put this value. So this will become Vi plus Vf divided by 2 and multiplied by t. Now from the first equation of motion we know that Vf is equal to Vi plus At. Now instead of Vf here, like this Vf, instead of I will put this value. So let's see what happen. Vi plus, and instead of Vf I will put this equation, Vi plus At divided by 2 and multiplied by this t. So now Vi plus Vi, 2Vi plus At multiplied by t and divide by 2. Again in next step we will multiply the t with both term. So this will become 2Vit plus At square and divide by 2 is equal to delta x. Now separate the term 2Vit divided by 2 plus At square divided by 2. So this will be cancelled with that one. So the remaining one is Vit plus At square by 2, or this term we can also write usually Vit plus half At square. So this is the second equation of motion. We will prove that one. Okay, the third equation of motion, now we are going to prove this one. Again, the average velocity multiplied by t. So for the average velocity we will use this formula like this one. Instead of average velocity I will use Vi plus Vf. Vi plus Vf divided by 2 and multiplied by t. So now we know that from the first equation of motion, if I want to find the t value, like this is the first equation of motion. So now I turn the Vi to this side, so this will become minus Vi, and here remain the At is equal to Vf minus Vi, and now I need t value, so t will become Vf minus Vi and divided by A. Now put this value instead of t here. So what will happen here? So Vi plus Vf divided by 2, and instead of t I will use this value. So this is equal to Vf minus Vi divided by A. So if we multiplied or combined these two values, so this will become Vf square minus Vi square divided by 2A. So both sides multiplied by 2A delta x, so this will be cancelled, and the remaining part is 2A delta x is equal to Vf square minus Vi square. So this is the third equation of motion. Okay, thank you so much student, and next page we are going to solve some example about the third equation of about these equation of motion. If you have any suggestion or any kind of question, so just visit on the YouTube for the another video. Thank you so much, and you can ask the question.